Hello, everybody. Welcome in, welcome back. 17 and some change on this Wednesday, on this hump day. I am Ecudez, aka Ecudez17, and I am here to bring you my 2 cents. Hope everybody is doing swell. I hope uh, all the good things. It's a cloudy day out in my neck of the woods. There wasn't an abundance of things that necessarily intrigued me enough to uh, to give time to on air, so to speak, until today. Because I don't like to just you know pick topics just to pick topics. You know what I mean? Um, I don't want to talk about anything that's generic or anything like that. I couldn't do that. I would have to, I have to care about the topic at least a little bit to speak on it. And you know, depending on this, that, and the other thing. But something caught my eye today, and it was pretty interesting. So today is Earth Day, um, and so it's a day to presumably celebrate Earth and Mother Nature and probably support causes, environmental friendly causes and preservation type causes and stuff like that, and Earth Day would be pretty cool if it was I think every freaking holiday, and this is going to be the theme of the show, so stick with me. But I think every holiday could be really freaking cool if done right. If we treated every holiday as like a Christmas type thing, maybe the happiness index would rise a few points. I think Earth Day, it would be cool. Everybody dresses up as Earth, or different Earth themed type shit, and you make freaking dirt cakes, like the mud cakes, mud pies, mud cakes and stuff like that with the worms, the gummy worms. And everybody cleans like a block, or like everybody cleans like their sidewalk or some shit like that. Like that's how you celebrate, like you and your family, like you go clean somewhere together, um like kind of like a spring cleaning, even if it's like inside your own house, but preferably like outside the house somewhere, even if it's like your own lawn, your own backyard. You know what I mean? Everybody cleans. That's how, as a family, that's how they celebrate Earth Day and shit like that. You know what I mean? Maybe you fart half as often as you would on a normal day. Joking. um but like maybe you consume like a little bit less, but you don't even gotta go that far. I like where it was at, where it's like yeah, everybody does some cleaning. It's nationally recognized. They get like you got like parades and stuff like that. And I know what you're saying. You're like, oh, how are you gonna have a parade on Earth Day where like you're just gonna be causing like mad like a large event with presumably vehicles and like trash and stuff like that, you know what I mean? um so maybe we won't do a parade. I don't know why I said parade just seems like the thing to do, but I never really liked parades. I really didn't like. um I don't know. I feel like they move very slow, which they're supposed to, so you can see it. But like they block off a bunch of traffic. The music's never good. I never found those fart noises to be entertaining, to be appealing. It's just boom, 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 and like um, I don't know. I don't know. I've been in a parade once. Um, and I don't know. I just thought they're silly. They're pretty silly. The floats, they look like, people talk about floats, but like they look like just balloons and shit like that. And I don't know, they just look like paper mache, and like the floats. Like I've never been like really impressed by like a float, like a parade float. Like let me see. Let me see, like the best parade float ever. Yeah, like wait, yeah. I mean, okay, they are. They're all paper mache. Like they all look silly. But I don't want to be too much of a hater. Like to each their own. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm sure with the right company and the right amount of drugs and or alcohol, uh, or meditation, uh, it's not the worst place in the planet to be. It's they just parades have never been my favorite. So all that to say that on if I was doing Earth Day, I wouldn't. Nah, I don't think I would do any parades or anything like that. Um, there would definitely be some kind of like like a documentary that drops on Earth Day or something like that. You know what I mean? Like uh, uh, yeah, like a movie or a documentary or like a video game or something like that. Like maybe Captain Planet becomes like the official like mascot of Earth Day, and like you get like a Captain Planet video game drop on Earth Day, or you might get like a new Captain Planet movie on Earth Day. But like, but it has to be, or you can get the documentary, as well. Um, but it has to like honor and celebrate like the idea of maintaining and cherishing and giving back to the planet, and and stuff like that, you know. Um, so that would be Earth Day. And so I tell you guys, I'm like, oh, oh, it's Earth Day today and whatnot, right? And I'm looking at this calendar, and I kid you not, and I don't think it's on like a real calendar. No, why would it be on a real calendar? Let me hold up. Yeah, no, no, it's not on a real calendar, and so some of the other so today's Earth Day, and then let me make sure I'm getting the dates right and like and the sequence as well, right? Because little are y'all probably aware of yeah. So one second. National Pigs in a Blanket Day. So National Pigs in a Blanket Day is celebrated annually on April 24th, to which is in 2 days, by the way, to honor the comfort food of sausages or hot dogs baked in pastry. Popularized by a 1957 Betty Crocker recipe, the day encourages enjoying this simple snack. It is often celebrated by sharing variations like croissant, wrapped hot dogs, and sharing on social media. Um, so so that's the next holiday that we have coming up. Um, and we got two, three more like that, um, that we're gonna also discuss and have inspired some uh, would you rather questions. Um, so National Pigs in a Blanket Day. I don't know exactly. Um, I don't know exactly what uh, we would do to celebrate outside of the um, the simple consumption of this food, of this treat. Um, I don't think you want National Pigs in a Blanket Day. So maybe everybody like brings a blanket wherever they go, and then because it won't be like a holiday where you take off from work. Um, but maybe like everybody just brings a blanket with them no matter where they go, and that's in 2 days, and hopefully it's not too hot. Um, if it's too hot, you could bring like a face cloth. to like substitute for a blanket, just carry a face cloth with you on yourself everywhere you go. It has to be in your hand or visible. And then all the schools will serve pigs in a blanket, and all the cafeterias across the nation will serve pigs in a blanket for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yeah. And then everybody will dress up as a. No, no. I already said you can't do that. Yeah, so I think that's. I don't know what else you could do with that holiday. You know what I mean? Other than eat and fucking maybe carry a blanket, dress up as a pig, and eat hot dogs. Yeah, everybody, like, you could do that too. Like, if you're gonna carry a blanket with you everywhere because it's pigs in a blanket day, you gotta put on a nose and like some ears, and then the only thing you can eat that day is like hot dog or sausage related. Or I mean, you could do like, yeah, hot dog or sausage in a bun. Like if you wanna vary away from like a pig in a blanket, because that's still a pig in a blanket. You know what I mean? That's like a variation. So I'd let that pass. You know, you could do that. Um, I what other holidays? Oh no, I dropped my coin. Um, and then it was okay. All right. When is National Penguin Day? World Penguin Day. Okay. National Penguin Day. That's Penguin Awareness Day. That's whatever. World Penguin Day is April 25th. So the following day, right after Pigs in a Blanket Day, is World. After National Pigs in a Blanket Day, it's World Penguin Day. Okay, so, and then same thing holds true. Like if we treated our holidays like they were actually something, everybody dresses up as a penguin. Everybody dresses up as a penguin. And then and everybody has to do something with ice. Okay? Uh People dress as penguins, and then they have ice readily available throughout the day. Like you carry, like you'll have like a cup of ice. Similar to like pigs in a blanket, where you have a blanket with you. And this one, you have ice, cause you're a penguin. Um, and what? This isn't easy. What do penguins eat? Penguins eat seafood, so we could eat seafood on Penguin Day. They eat fish, krill, and squid. So maybe we'll have like everybody will eat krill, fish, squid. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We dress like penguins, and we eat krill, and and uh and we carry around ice. We dip the krill in the ice, and we make penguin sounds, and we clap, and we cheer on National Penguin Day. All right. So that wasn't the full extent. So and then all right. So now a few days later after that, it's um I so all these come into in succession. Um, because right after that, on April 26th, right, we're on April 26th now. It's National Pretzel Day, and so here we are again with another food, and it's like, okay, I think our country is getting kind of what do you call it? Kind of a holiday fatigue. You know what I mean? Um, Starting to get, every day we're celebrating some kind of food or animal or planet. But it's fine. It's just a week of celebrating. And um so on Pretzel Day, um on National Pretzel Day, I guess you guessed it, we eat pretzels. And damn, my creativity is really sparking and flying right now. We dress up as pretzels and we salt all of our food. We dress up as pretzels, and we carry salt with us, and we eat pretzels for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There we go. That's my unique way of celebrating Happy freaking Pretzel Day. Um, and then what's the last holiday that we have to take seriously? Um, and then it's coming up right after that is National Honesty Day, which is April 30th. Um, which encourages you to tell the truth. Encourage aims to encourage honesty and straightforward communication in politics, relationships, consumer relations, and historical education. I mean, shit, bro. Like, as effing if, bro. As effing if. Like, if only we could get a day. We'll never get a day. It could be a day. Imagine a day everybody told the truth. You can't convince people that truth is like worthy of like being told. Like there's a lot of people who cannot be convinced that truth in it of us of it in it of itself is anything. Like it it has no intrinsic value. Like what is truth? It's a concept. Like there's no authority behind it. Like there's no uh, you know esoteric backing behind it to make it powerful. Like uh it's just a human concept or whatever. um and the truth is secondary to immediate gain, right? The truth is something that you can dispense of, you can dispose of, you can take it or leave it. You can do with it as you will. You can mold it to your advantage. Um, you know, and so I don't. It would be tough to get those to partake in a kind of day like honesty day and stuff like that. Um, you have to kind of believe that there is power, um, and there is a universal law of ethics that uh, demands that you don't uh, that you don't sully the truth. Uh, and and that's a bold face. That's a bold claim on its face. Is that uh, that's a bold faith claim, right? That you're going to put faith in the idea that whatever outcome comes about because of the truth is the best outcome long term possible, um, regardless of the short term. And I think you can extrapolate that all the way to the extreme case where it's like, oh, so you're saying if somebody tells you, like, if somebody asks you where the fucking, if there's a, where this person is hiding, you're gonna tell them the truth. And it's like, you could in theory, tell them the truth, and they had moved um, far away by then, or you could in theory lie, and then they still get found, and then you're in more trouble, um in theory, right? Because the extrapolation to that degree is a wild hypothetical in the first place, right? Like, how much do you trust truth? Like, do you trust truth so much that you risk your own peril? Like, is the asterisk, like, to save, to or to do good, as opposed to, it's one thing to lie for selfish gain and think that nothing bad, like there's no karmic cycle that is attached to that lie. um I believe in karma. I just don't know how the cycles work. Like, what is done in one life can affect the next life, or can affect the offspring, and um versus what's done in one week affecting something that happens the following week, versus um right, like, I don't know how, like, the butterfly effect, like how these karmic cycles work. um but you know um you just put faith in the idea that the truth is the best thing that could possibly uh, happen, right? For as a rule of thumb, right? Um, and so I guess the stick up is, well, if there's exceptions, but not to use for personal gain and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So those are the 5 holidays. So I pulled up, like, some would you rather's, and this was actually gonna be a would you rather episode. Um, and I pulled up some would you rather's on each holiday, given each holiday a few questions, like, as a theme. So the first theme for Earth Day, um, it was planet Earth, right? So it asks, and I just prompted it and I generated it. And I'm just gonna run through it, like, regardless of, like, what it says. Like, if it's a stupid question, I'll tell you it's a stupid question. Like, I didn't curate these questions, you know what I mean? Um, but it says, would you rather be able to control the weather anywhere on Earth, or instantly travel to any location on Earth at will? To me, I feel like that's an easy one. Being able to control the weather is too much of a responsibility for me. Even if it's temporary, the way our ecosystems work, and the freaking balances, the pHs, and the freaking oh my goodness, I would screw up everything. Um, there's a formula that keeps everything going, and I'm not gonna screw that up because I want a freaking nice sunny motorcycle day. You know what I mean? So, it says, would you rather live in a perfectly balanced, untouched, natural ecosystem or in the most advanced, futuristic city on Earth? Um, Perfectly balanced, untouched, natural ecosystem. I live doing what? Naturally balanced ecosystem. Like I live in a city. Like what do you mean? Like does it want me to like live in a forest now? Like a perfectly balanced fucking forest? Because I mean, I'm pushing 40 and I've lived in a city my whole life, so if it's a perfectly balanced ecosystem or not, like I'm pretty kind of designed for city life at this point. I mean, versus like naked and afraid or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, do I have a house in this perfectly balanced, untouched, natural ecosystem? Like, people think like natural means it's like amazing. Like, no, fucking not at all. Natural just because it's natural. Fucking HIV is natural, I think. Is HIV natural? Yeah, HIV is natural. So just because it's natural doesn't mean it's flipping good. And this planet has a lot of things that are like trying to kill us. Like it took a lot for humans. Yeah, National Earth Day. Yay, yay, yay. Go climate. Go climate, go earth, go green, go. All that stuff. Go, go. But you know, man, the world was out, the earth, the planet itself was, I mean, as much as it sustained humanity, it was an obstacle for humanity. It tried to take out humanity. You know what I'm saying? It's some places it's really hot, and sometimes it's really hot, and sometimes it's really cold, and then there's freaking bugs that'll kill you and snakes that'll kill you, and then there's storms like that'll kill you, and like nature, man, and there's prickers, and there's uh you know dirts and stones that you dash your feet and that you can't sleep on, and like there's oceans that'll swallow you whole, and thunder that can just crisp you and cook you and shook you, and like no, man, nature's a fucking force, bruh, and like it will beat the living shit out of you, and humans are lucky to be born, you know, in the 21st century in regards to like our relationship to nature. You know, it just is. It just is. You know, you can argue, 18th, some more some centuries in the past were better because they were a little bit more in tune with nature. Um, they had societies or they had civilizations, but they were also, you know, very much intertwined with nature and stuff like that, in previous centuries. And that's absolutely true and that's absolutely fine. Um, and I don't know, maybe that's what the question, I don't think that's what the question is asking about. Um, but as far as the futuristic one, I mean, cyberpunk is really cool. Cyberpunk is really cool, and it depends. If there's like a society, like a civilization in the first one, like people have like log cabins and stuff like that. Then maybe I do that, you know. But if it's just like me, like in a forest, and like I gotta like make my own house and shit like that, like I wouldn't want to do that. Um, I would choose. So I would choose the futuristic city in that situation in that instance. Says, would you rather explore the deepest parts of the ocean with zero danger or explore every hidden cave and underground system on Earth? I'm gonna add in with zero danger on that one too, because I firmly believe that the best part about cave diving is that you don't have to do it. Um, so in the normal world, both are really dangerous. If I could do it with zero danger, of course, I would rather do the ocean, but I wouldn't want to do the deepest fucking parts of the ocean. Like, I wouldn't want to go, even if I could go, okay, all right, there's no danger. Like, I'm not gonna get like the water pressure somehow not gonna kill me. The lack of oxygen somehow not gonna kill me. Even then, it's pitch black, and the freaking creatures are so fucking ugly at at some of the deepest at depths that are deep enough to be pitch black. Like once you get to like those bottom fucking layers of the ocean and shit like that, the creatures are monsters. It's unbelievable. It's crazy that we have like horror movie type shit, like literal horror movie monsters and creatures like at the bottom of our ocean. Like it's fucking nuts. If you guys have never seen some of like the creatures that exist on the like absolute like on the bottomest levels of the ocean, go do that, google that, and like you'll see like what a monster looks like let me get some names for you. Let me get some names. Let me snitch on all these fucking ugly deep sea fish creature things. Uh, like what the flying fudge, man? The thing about these things too is like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What is this thing called? The funny thing about this shit too is like I've Googled this before. Like I've looked at these fish, I've watched documentaries about these fish and stuff like that. But every time I pull up freaking Google images on them, like I get fucking stunned again. It's literally incomprehensible how effing uncanny these fish look. Um, what is? Oh no, that's not what I want to do. But yeah, just you go. Okay. Oh, here we go. I was like, I found one, but where's the thing? Oh, okay. Wait, eight. Huh. Okay. Anyways, if you get a minute, or two or three, just Google image some of these deep, deep sea ugly ass fish. Um, like look up the blobfish, for example, or whatever. I don't know. Um, I don't know what's going on here, to be honest with you. Frilled shark, anglerfish, but goblin shark, the hagfish, the red-lipped batfish. So check out, just check it out. Just do the Google, check out the things, and you'll know what I mean. Says, would you rather have the power to stop all natural disasters permanently or to stop all natural disasters permanently or reverse all human caused environmental damage instantly? Probably the latter. And for a lot of the reasons that we talked about earlier, where you screw up the balance if you're eliminating storms and stuff like that. We call them natural disasters, but I don't know, they might keep the balance of something. And if you stop them, maybe the world just implodes, which I guess would be a natural disaster. So then maybe it can't happen. So it's like if natural disasters are necessary to prevent larger natural disasters, but you can't have any natural disasters, then what does that do? But reversing all environmental damage you can't lose with that one either. That seems like a pretty strong bet because I'm sure the environment is killing mad humans too. Would you rather be able to communicate with all animals on Earth or understand and speak every human language on earth. If I understood and spoke every human language on earth, I still wouldn't be able to form and maintain a healthy relationship with any one of them in any fucking language. So I would definitively choose the animals. Animals are freaking great. You cannot convince me that, like, I wouldn't just be cool with like most of the freaking animals. Like, um, you can't convince me that they're as much of assholes as humans. Though some of them can be jerks. There are some that can be jerks. So I don't know, but it would at least be more fun. You know what I mean? It's like, like I learned Russian so I could talk to a Russian person about Russia, or like I learned Chinese so I can speak to a wait. I don't want to, cause don't they like speak Mandarin or something, and then they get mad at the simpletons for saying that the Chinese speak Chinese. But you get the point. Like I don't need to learn a language to ask a person, like to talk to a person about their like I'm mm, like, oh, I mean, don't get me wrong, you wouldn't, like, I would take it. Like if somebody was like, yeah, would you want to learn like know every language in the world? I'd be like, hell yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. But compared to being able to talk to all the animals, nah, bro. Let me talk to the animals. Let me talk to the animals real quick. Mm. All right, so that's the Earth Day themed ones. So now we're gonna do the Pigs in a Blanket Day themed questions. So these are actually going to be hot dog themed questions. It says, would you rather eat a hot dog with ice cream as the topping, or a hot dog where the bun is replaced by two pancakes? Um, the latter sounds bomb. Not gonna lie. Um, I mean, I love me some ice cream, but I don't really do dairy often. So most people are lactose intolerant, or a lot of people are lactose intolerant to some level, even if they don't even know it. Um, the McGriddles are freaking bomb, so that's an example of like a small example, but like, yeah, I'd take a hot dog inside two pancakes first, um, before ice cream on top of the hot dog. Would you rather only be allowed to eat hot dogs for the rest of your life, or never be allowed to eat a hot dog again? The latter. I mean, I'd prefer to never eat a hot dog again if it's as opposed to only eating hot dogs. I mean, it's a lot easier to eliminate one food in lieu of all the others than it is to eliminate every single effing food in lieu of one. And honestly, and to be honest, that's a stupid question, because let me ask the artificial intelligence, what would happen if you only ate hot dogs? Would lead to severe health issues, extreme sodium overload, high saturated fat. You would likely experience intense thirst, digestion issues, feel sluggish. Long term, this diet significantly increases risks of colorectal cancer, heart disease, diabetes, and stroke. Key consequences of an all hot dog diet: high cardiovascular slash cancer risk. Processed meats are linked to increased risks of heart disease, diabetes, and colorectal cancer. A single daily hot dog is associated with a 7% higher chance of colorectal cancer. Sodium overload. Hot dogs are very high in sodium. Just one can provide over 20% of your daily recommended maximum excessive intakes. Causes high blood pressure. Nutritional deficiencies. This is where I wanted to get to. A diet of only hot dogs lacks essential vitamins, minerals, and fibers, leading to nutritional deficiencies, which also would cause severe digestive distress, diarrhea, reduced life expectancy. Suggests that ingredients in a standard hot dog could reduce. That's silly. Um, it says some studies suggest that the ingredients in a standard hot dog, including sodium and trans and fatty acids, could reduce healthy life expectancy by approximately 36 minutes per hot dog. Well, do not tell this to the Pigs in a Blanket Day celebrators, okay? But no, I mean, you can't eat hot dogs every effing day. That's the point that I was trying to make. Um, so no, I would much rather eliminate hot dogs and eat all the other foods in the world that I haven't eliminated yet. Would you rather fight a giant 6 foot tall walking hot dog or 50 tiny hot dogs that chase you? I mean, what do you mean by tiny? I mean, do we mean like, do I want to fight a 6 foot tall giant hot dog? Like, it doesn't have, does it have arms? Does it have feet? Does it have anything? Like, does it have a mouth to bite with? I mean, I'll eat both of them. Like, I don't care. Like, I fucking, I get no arms, no feet, like, no legs. Like, that's an easy dub. Like, I don't know how much a 6 foot hot dog could weigh, but probably not enough to crush me. You know what I mean? I'm 250 pounds. I don't think a 6 foot hot dog would crush me. So it doesn't matter. I'd do that. Would you rather have a hot dog that never runs out or one that regenerates every time you take a bite? Yes, please. Would you rather have ketchup and mustard permanently stained on your hands or smell like a hot dog everywhere you go? Hot dog cologne. All right, so we're going to Penguin Day. Would you rather live amongst penguins in Antarctica, fully adapted to the cold, or have a penguin live with you as a roommate that acts like a human? Come on, that's no question. Of course, I'd rather have a humanoid, a fucking human penguin. As opposed to living, what the fuck am I gonna do in Antarctica living with the effing penguins? How? What the F kind of life would I have fully adopted to the cold? So, does my cell phone get reception in fucking Antarctica? No, as opposed to if I have a roommate that's a penguin that acts like a human, are you kidding me? How cool is that? Yo, all that would be like the perfect date. Like, yo, come check out my penguin. Like, you what? Like, who's gonna say no to that? Who's gonna say no to come check out my penguin, my human penguin? Like, all right. Would you rather slide on your belly everywhere like a penguin for a year, or have to waddle like one for the rest of your life? I mean, basically be out of the game for a year if that was the case. Would you rather be able to swim like a penguin, fast and agile underwater, or withstand extreme cold like a penguin? That's an interesting question. I'm gonna choose withstand extreme cold only because the amounts of times that I actually swim in my lifetime are like maybe once every few years. If I'll go to a pool, you know what I mean? I don't go to the beach no more. That fucking nasty ass, fucking disgusting ass, fucking seawater. The fuck with the fucking crabs and the fucking disgusting. Everything's a giant toilet. Fucking nasty ass. Um, not to spread negativity to you, like beachgoers and beach lovers and stuff like that. Ugh, I don't know. Like, no, some people love the beach. I'm not a beach person, man. I'm not really much of a beach person. I'm like, this smells like fucking poop. Like, how the fuck do you guys just enjoy the smell of shit? Like, you just fucking just spend all day just marinating in the fucking crud. But hey, your hair is just like rock hard. What happened to your hair? Oh, it's salty. I don't know. It's got fucking crabs in it. Um, and then it's always cold. Like, I mean, we get, like winters are like there's mad cold days in a year, so I'd rather be able to eat the cold. Would you rather communicate with penguins only or have penguins understand everything you say but not be able to reply? Oh, I'd rather have penguins understand everything that I say because if I can only communicate with penguins, I can't do any of my jobs. Um, would you rather be the leader of a massive penguin colony or be a lone penguin with complete freedom? Well, if I'm the leader of a massive penguin colony, I probably have a pretty decent amount of personal freedom. Complete freedom is a trap. That just means like if you have complete freedom, you better start giving yourself shit to do. Um, so hopefully I get a good uh second and third penguin in command, so they don't attack and overtake me. But yeah, penguin king. Would you rather only eat soft pretzels for the rest of your life or only eat crunchy pretzels? Soft pretzels. Would you rather have every pretzel you eat perfectly warm and salted or be able to choose any dip in the world instantly for your pretzel? Any dip in the world. Would you rather get stuck in a giant pretzel knot or have your arms permanently twisted like a pretzel? It kind of sounds like the same. I'd probably rather get stuck in a giant pretzel knot and then get out and then live a normal life from there because there's nothing that says permanent, even though that might be worse short term damage. Um, would you rather run a famous? I don't know if you could survive getting stuck in a giant pretzel nut. Would you rather run a famous pretzel stand with lines around the block or secretly own a massive pretzel empire nobody knows is yours? Yeah, I'll take the latter. Like, I don't need to be vending a fucking pretzel stand that extends around the block. Would you rather have would you rather have cinnamon sugar pretzels forever or classic salted pretzels with cheese forever? Cinnamon sugar pretzels sound delicious, and I try to stay away from cheese a little bit. So, all right, and last but not least, the honesty themed one for good old honesty day. It says, "Would you rather always tell the truth no matter the consequences, or be able to lie flawlessly whenever you want?" Pretty much always tell the truth, anyways. Um, so, but I'll take the latter because I'll take the ability to lie flawlessly, and I just won't use it. Because this way I'm not stuck. I'm not pigeonholed into always telling, like, I have to always tell the truth. Um, you know, I still leave that little window for myself where it's like, oh, do you want to hang out? Oh, I'd love to, but I can't. That's a fucking lie. But I still try to leave that like window open for like white lies that like save somebody from hurt feelings or whatever. Um, you know what I mean? But if I had to choose just the way that it's worded, it's like, yeah, only the second option gives me a choice in the matter. If I choose the first one, I have no choice. I have to always tell the truth. The truth is gonna come out no matter what. Whereas if I choose the second one, I can still choose to choose the truth. Choose to choose the truth, which I do. Would you rather know every time someone is lying to you or have everyone know when you are lying? Obviously the first one. What the fuck? God, excuse my language, but like really? Um Obviously I would prefer to know when other people are lying versus everybody knows when I'm lying, even though I don't really lie. So, um would you rather hear people's honest thoughts about you or keep hearing only what they choose to say out loud? I mean, I don't know if it's like that forbidden for it's very tempting. Like the temptation is strong to want to know what people are thinking about you, but that's very unnatural. But everything's unnatural. Like I would choose to fly and stuff like that. But this is unnatural in like a spiritual way. You know what I mean? It's like it feels like you're kind of undressing somebody. like in an intellectually, right? It kind of feels like cheating. It kind of feels like scammy, like to read other people's thoughts and stuff like that. Um, Even more so, the last one, if you know every time somebody's lying to you, like you get like a buzzer goes off or something, that's a little bit different than to hear people's honest thoughts about you. Like so curious, so tempting. Um, but I do think it's supposed to be like the honorable thing is supposed to say no. I think the honorable thing is supposed to say that it's irrelevant. But I don't know if that's only the honorable thing because people have had to accept the fact that they don't know what others are thinking about them. And so to not drive themselves crazy, they framed it as honorable to not care really what everybody's opinion is and stuff like that. Um, I don't know. I think that's one of the hardest ones yet. Um, because it's like it's selfish desire versus others' autonomy. You know what I mean? Like when I said it's undressing somebody intellectually, it's like they have a choice to say what they think about you. They have a choice on what they have to say about you. They don't really have a choice about like what they I mean, you can mold your thoughts and stuff like that a little bit, but I don't know, like we were gifted as humans the ability to think and speak, and we're not held to the standard of our thoughts. We're held to the standard of our actions and our speech. And that's a good thing. And so to take that away from somebody feels like that's bad, like I'm doing bad things. You know what I mean? Um Would you rather be brutally honest and risk hurting people or protect feelings, even if it means being dishonest? I prefer doing the first one. I don't like lying. I like lying to protect feelings. Like I understand sometimes it's necessary. I just don't. I don't prefer it. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily like enjoy it and stuff like that. Would you rather confess? This is the last one. It says, would you rather confess every secret you've ever kept or never be able to tell another secret again? Whose secrets am I telling? Like my own secrets? Confess every secret I've ever kept. Like if I've kept a secret for somebody else, like I don't do like what's a secret? Like never be able to tell a secret. What the fuck? I don't even know what that means, bro. Like that's every secret. Like I always thought you were ugly. Like um yeah, I don't know. I don't know on that one. Confess all my secrets. Never tell secrets. I don't have secrets. I don't tell secrets. My secrets. My other people's secrets. Whose secrets? You know what I mean? Um, whose secrets? Whose secrets? But anyways, we did our thing. We checked in. We ba ba ga ba ga. You know what I mean? And you were here and I was here, and we chopped it up, and it was real. And don't be a stranger. Come back to see us again, some more again in the future, tomorrow, not tomorrow, the next day, but actually next Wednesday. So, ba da ba ba ba. Yeah. Goodbye.